have returned. Finally on a Sunday, I've managed to stream. I'm usually quite busy on Sundays, and it's hard to step away on occasion. But yeah, anywho, any hoozle. I had some stuff just pop up on my screen. Here for day number 55. 55. Day number 55. Yesterday was lifting and cardio. Knocked that out. As I said during my later stream, I was feeling pretty good. Also, a little bit of a stomach thing. I think the protein powder that I'm drinking has something wrong with it. I've seen a lot of people complaining online. They had changed the flavor and it doesn't taste as good and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, it's fine for me. Like, I don't need something like too fancy. It doesn't have to taste like a milkshake. It just needs to have like some sort of vanilla flavoring, and I'm usually good to go, which was the case. But for the last 2 or 3 times I've drank it after I've worked out, I don't hurt, so it seems like it's effective, but I do have stomach issues. So like a few hours later in the night, maybe not a few, but that said, it wasn't too crazy substantial, but it was enough so that when I weighed in this morning, 1.2 pounds down, so that's good. I am trying to make sure I'm not getting dehydrated because of all this, so feeling pretty good about that. Today, though, I woke up, I watched the Derrick Rose jersey retirement ceremony, his number retirement, I should say, which is awesome. I got to see Derrick Rose play in person a couple of times, and he was probably the most incredible athlete I've ever personally seen. Like, I didn't get to see Walter Payton, I didn't get to see Jordan in person, but some of the things that Derrick Rose could do, it definitely seemed like the reason he had the injuries he had is because he was almost like unhuman. Like, his agility and his speed and his power is something that like a human body can't sustain, so he just sort of started breaking down because of it. But that said, well-deserved retirement for that guy, for his jersey, his number, and sooner or later he will wind up on the NBA Hall of Fame, as he should. So it's really cool to see that. But it was like 40 minutes long, so blew right past the morning where I might have had a window to work out. Robin was also sleeping, so I was like, I don't want to wake her up. Built my Blackstone 36-inch griddle. My mom convinced me that we should go ahead and pull the trigger on buying one because a Walmart just opened up by our house, and she was like, let's just get it. And I was like, it should be on my list of goals, a list of things to do, a list of things to get. And we got it yesterday in the evening. I assembled it and then I seasoned it. And seasoning takes a minute because each layer of oil that you're putting on needs to smoke until it doesn't smoke anymore, which can take like 20 to 30 minutes, and I seasoned it 5 times. So it should be good to go. I think I'm going to cook my chicken on it. Usually when you use something like that, you have to put oil on the surface when you're cooking, and I haven't been doing that. I've just been using cooking spray whenever I'm making food on my pans and the stovetop to prevent any calories, because it's really hard to count when you're using oil. That said, I'll test it out. I need to see what it's like, obviously. So that's going to be my evening. But that said, I just got done with my morning workout. I wrapped that up around 4, so I'm going to get a check mark for that. And then I'm going to be doing the evening workout after D&D, so around 10. So it is pretty late. It's not the latest I've rode, but since it is double cardio day, I don't feel like I fucked it up as bad. Total numbers for the month right now, I'm at 13.7, which is dope. And then since I started at 41.9, so 42 pounds down, 55 days, 42 pounds is pretty good. I've definitely fallen off the pace I was at for the first month, which I knew was unsustainable. We'd had 30 days of working out, 30 pounds lost. I think it was like 29.9 pounds lost. So, it's something that I knew was going to happen. That said, if I hadn't have had that really rough cheat day in the middle of that, it probably would have been more along the lines of like 17 by now. Which is really good still. I mean, we're 25 days into January, and I'm running over half a pound of pace, so that is higher than I thought I would be. But yeah, I also had a really bad cheat day. Actually, I think that's what fucked me up. I had a really bad cheat day in December, but I immediately switched back over into working out. For this, I had a cheat weekend, so it was just like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Which is, not just that I went up that amount, but it's because I didn't have days to recover, as many days to recover, I should say. But yeah, just a lot of bloviating and bullshitting. Let's look at the sheet. Share the screen. I'll move the never-ending tunnel out of the way. Down to 322.1. Feeling very confident that I'll be below the 320 mark before the end of the month, which is good because I'll be going out to Vegas on the 30th, and things will be a little bit difficult then. Oh, I get to eat after this. My 4:30 meal is usually a big old apple, and I'm very excited for that. And yeah, so looking at 322.1 right now. Started out at 364, so pretty happy about that. And obviously some sharp decline since this massive fucking shitty weekend that I put myself into. Workout history for Averon. I'll go ahead and refresh. So I'm on 7 days in a row, which it gave me an achievement for, which is super cool. And then I'm also going to be doing, I got 103 from the 30 minutes that I've done today, which is almost as much as I got the last 2 days for the 40 minutes that I did. So give or take, I think I'll be on pace for a day that's probably closer to 200 output. That output seems high, but it's right because the lessons I was doing were really kicking my ass. So if I get over 200 output, that's going to be like by far the most that I've done in a single day, unless you count this day where it's stacked 2 days on top of each other. I actually think it's going to wind up taking my second workout and putting it onto Monday, which is cool because Monday's my rest day. Oh my god, I get a rest day. I'm so tired all the time. Not really. I am tired though. 44 workouts in since I got the Averon. I got that thing on, I think it was Friday the 9th. So 44 workouts in 16 days. That's pretty fucking good. I'm pretty happy with that. And then I think I'm actually going to wind up getting to 100,000 meters by the end of January, which will give me a silver medal on distance traveled for the month, which is fucking cool because I didn't have the first 8 days to do it. And I had 2 days that I was on the road out in Vegas. I did row on the Friday before I left, so it's good stuff. I'm going to do Wordle, and then we're going to wrap this thing up because we got to record Scarish, and then I have to play D&D. And in between that, I have to have a phone call with my buddy about a fishing trip that we're going to try and take later on this year. Is it Clout Day? It is not. But that helps at the end. Okay, that helps a lot. So is it going to be a Soot or a Rut ending? I think it's probably likely... How about Spurt? Nope. Nope. Strut. Yep. There you go. Got it in 3. I am a genius. Smartest man alive. Nice to see that I was able to not struggle with this one for too long today. I'm going to wrap this thing up so we can get to recording. And yeah, see you tomorrow.